Welcome to this case study. I'm very excited. You know, I love case studies. If you have watched any of those, it really makes me so happy to talk to my students directly and share their amazing results. And I also know that these stories mean so much to you because they are, quite frankly, remarkable, outstanding, and super inspiring. So I'm excited to share this next story with you. Now, if you're unfamiliar with me, my name is Ulrike Storch. I am German, as you maybe hear from my name. I am the founder of Selling Circus, and Selling Circus is an online program that teaches professional circus performers from all over the world how to create, market, and sell their products with immense skill and unwavering confidence. Because here's the thing. I know you got the creative part done. I know you have your skills. I know that you have everything what you need to do the thing. But where Selling Circus comes in is to really bridge the gap between you being amazing and the client that you want. Yeah, that's what we do. And I'm going to be talking to one of our students who has really mastered the skill of bridging the gap between what they have to offer and finding the right person to buy it and love it. So I'm very excited to share the story with you. Now, before we dive into this conversation, if you are thinking to yourself, wait, I'm actually ready now to take that step, to learn that missing skill, to really take my career from random and freaking hoping it works and it continues to work somehow to making it a profitable business and to be really in control of every aspect of it and feel relaxed, be at peace, and know that what you're doing is working and do more of the things that you love. If you want to do that, you want to take it to the next level with strategy, with skill, with knowing how it works, with a step-by-step process, then hit the link below. There's an application you can fill in. It's super, super quick. And then me or someone from my team is gonna see how we can help you as quickly as possible. And if you are a good fit for the program. I'm super excited to meet you. But without further ado, I'm excited to share with you a conversation that I've been waiting for a long time. So give a big warm welcome to the incredible Ofelia Gray. Hey, Ofelia.
Hi.
Super excited to be talking with you. Thanks for making the time to do this. I'm going to start, I'm going to let you actually introduce yourself. So why don't you tell us who you are and what you do?
Okay. So I'm Germany-based variety performer with a style of cabaret. I specialize in juggling sticks and dance, and I have passion for avant-garde and for 19th century aesthetics, and I translate that into my work. Yeah, that's
So if anyone, I love that. So I have a feeling that some of the people that are watching this, they go like, juggling sticks? What do you mean? What does it mean?
yes. Well, it's basically juggling actual sticks that are around 1 meter long. I do a bit of manipulation, a bit of dance, and a bit of actual throwing with one, then two, then three, and again 4 sticks.
Amazing. And you combine it with dance as well, all of it.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. Now, first question from that a lot of people ask, and I'm going to ask you this question is, how was your career looking like before you joined Selling Circus and, after you joined Selling Circus? Because I think particularly with you, I think you had quite a crazy journey when you joined and rather quickly. So why don't you tell us about that a little bit? So first starting with where were you at? What were the struggles before and how was it after you joined?
So the problem I had was that my whole career I've been working with somebody or somewhere, so I never had to manage myself. And once a couple of years ago, I had a trauma that made me have to stop working for the whole year. When I recovered from it, I was completely alone, and I had to learn from the start of like how to present myself, how to find myself work. and that was not something I knew how to do. And
I think that a lot of people can relate to that. I remember that as well, to just not know how to do it. Yeah.
And trying to do it every way that you imagine it's supposed to be done, just going all over the place. And having a little bit of success, just, as a fluke. And after the program started, I got to actually get contracts and develop relationships with theaters. And I am more confident this way that it's not just a fluke. It will happen again and again, because now I know exactly how to do it, how it happens, why it happens.
Yeah, that's a big difference. And tell me a little bit more about, like, what is it that you do different? Like, what have you done before? You said you do your things. And what is it that you do different? What's the biggest difference that you learned that has now created different results for you?
First of all, I changed completely my way of communicating with producers. It's, as I learned, important to see them as human beings and to actually develop relationships with them the way that I would develop relationships with other artists or people in general. Being just warm and easy to communicate, reachable, all that is very important. And the second step is being able to present yourself. And really, it's not what you do, is how you present that. Because like, really, my skill hasn't changed, but the interest in me has, because of the way I show them my abilities. And yes.
Yeah, that's I think from what you're talking about, and that's something we teach in the program, is the building a relationship with people. What were the things that you did actually to build relationships with people? I think you had, particularly in the very beginning of the program, you had some very surprising results rather quickly. Do you want to tell me about that?
Well, first of all, emails are powerful, but calls are even better. Hopping on a call with someone is way more personal, and asking them questions on the call makes them answer them really differently than if it was written in the email. So just calling with directors or producers and having conversations was a huge difference. And asking questions, first of all, not about the work that I could have with them, but knowing more about them as a person and their expectations and their struggles. Because people love talking about themselves currently, and especially about things that they're good at or things that frustrates them. Complaining is like such an easy way of a conversation, and it's so hard to stop once you start. And people are grateful when you listen to them, and when you're actually interested and you want to know about their struggles. So
how did it? Yeah, sorry.
Just through a call like this, in the end, after they spoke themselves out, suddenly they felt like, oh, okay, but who are you? Like, why am I even telling you all this? And then when I present myself, they already feel very positive towards me, and they're more eager to actually see what I do.
It's very powerful.
Yeah.
To give something to someone before you actually ask for work in a genuine way is very powerful. So how do you feel now about, I remember from when we talked first, when you enrolled, and you were a total different person to me. You were like, I don't know how to talk to people. I'm scared. Like, I think the word phone call was like you wanted to run in the other direction. You have a different energy around you now when it comes to finding work and building relationships with people. And I remember that you said in the beginning, I never know what to say. So how do you do it now? And how do you know what to say?
Prepare.
Mm-hmm.
Just do a lot of preparation.
Mm-hmm.
Really, like, do the research and do the analysis of yourself and your work as much as you can, then narrow it down. And like, then you have a lot of material that you can speak about for ages.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know that you had a couple of incredible moments. I think just let's look at a couple of numbers, because I know the people that are watching this, they're like, okay, I got it. She's happy now. We're all good with that. But what is the actual tangible thing that you got that you didn't have before? So let's talk about two things that I know people are just literally waiting to hear. And I want to also share it because you've done some incredible stuff with increasing your fee and also increasing your booking. So why don't you tell me with as much detail as you want, how that changed for you?
Okay. About the fee, well, it was just the wrong places I was looking for a job in, or wrong offers that I was getting, because the lack of bookings and the lack of jobs, you start feeling like self-worth is going down, and therefore I was really desperate to just go for anything. And after the course, and when I finally really found like the niche that I should be really working on, and the kind of jobs I should be focusing on getting, suddenly the fee increased naturally because of the different venues that I started looking for jobs in. So I can't say that it was really just magically went up just because of, I don't know, the work I've done, but more like just choosing a different markets was good enough to increase the fees.
Yeah. And I think I just looked at your numbers that you shared with me. You increased your fee by approximately 300%. I think that's pretty good. So going from 50 to over 200
Yes.
Is pretty remarkable. And to being able to repeat that consistently and have this now as your standard fee, not as a fluke.
And then it like increases little by little. Like the first job is huge, and then it like still increases every time.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Okay. Honestly, I don't care.
Tell me about that.
And I know that goes against the book that you made us read, and in general against the whole mindset. So far, like I'm so focused on, like I'm doing this for the sake of doing my art and to really just evolve. I'm obsessed with progressing and just wanting to be better and better and have more opportunities and more abilities to do it. Fee is just something that comes on the side of it. It helps me survive, it helps me continue. If I wasn't getting for it, I would be having a different job, but still doing what I do. It's just there. But it is nice to have the pay increase because I can focus more on what I love to do and do it in a better and bigger way. Like right now, working on my one-woman show, which I can afford because of the money that I'm getting at the moment. So there's a huge plus. But it's not something that I ever really focused on from the beginning on.
I think it's beautiful what you said, and I'm so happy that you say it how you feel it, because I think there's a lot of performers that are not in it for the money. However, they're in it to really express themselves, to do what they love. And the reality is it takes money to do what you love properly. And so if you can fund that comfortably to go to the next level, to really fund your dreams, I think that's the beauty of it.
Yes.
It's not about having all the cash in the bank. Maybe for some people that's important, but it's amazing that you actually have a big why, what you use that money for, to build the next thing. I don't even think the one woman show was even on the cards when you joined. You were just
No,
like, can I please have some work? And you went
yes,
within 6 months to really understanding more what you want and having the funds to do it. I think that's
yes.
beautiful. Um, what was like one of your absolute, I know you had a lot of moments, but what was one of your favorite moments that you experienced? Like where you go, damn, this is unreal, or this is magical, or this is incredible. What was your favorite one?
Can I use name of the theater or rather
Yeah, of
not?
course.
Okay. So this GOP Varieté theater in Germany, I got to know about it approximately a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, especially about how huge and vast they are, and
Mm-hmm.
how impossible it is to get in. But I got to know like some people that have worked there,
Mm-hmm.
and from the way they talked about it, suddenly it became my obsession, my dream to also get in. Like I thought, if I get to the GOP, I'm gonna really feel proud of myself, and I'm gonna feel like, yes, I am worth it, and I'm not an imposter.
Yeah.
Um, so even though I didn't have much hope, because I thought it's really for the elite of the artists, it's not for me, I try anyways. And obviously, I did not get any answers, and I tried many approaches the way that I thought is good,
Mm.
but it all didn't work. And then I forgot about it. I thought, yeah, it's for the future. And once I started the course, I set this theater as being my biggest goal. Like, I want to work there, and that's why I'm doing this course. So I was imagining this is going to be my final step, like my end boss, to
Mm-hmm.
get to this.
Yeah.
And it was very surprising when it was the first contract I got when starting the course. It was just the very beginning. The first month, I get a call from them after I just barely started doing any work for the course. I'm in a training. I get a call, and they're like, "Love what you do. We want you. Like, are you free this summer?" And the summer is just in 2 months, so it was extremely fast, and um, it boosted really my belief. Even though I believed in this course already before, but like it boosted it to the sky.
Yeah.
And I realized like I'm so glad, I'm so lucky to have found this. Otherwise, like I never would have gotten anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened so fast.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you. I remember the moment. And I think that's because you said things can happen so fast. I think there were a few other people in the program that were like, damn, things can actually go really fast if you just do the right things, and don't do the other things. Like focus on the things that you should be doing in the way that they're supposed to do, to be done, and they will just work. That's not, because I think that's sometimes what performers think. They think it has to be some sort of secret in how you get the job, or it has to be some sort of, you have to be best friends with someone, or you need to know someone. um what's your take on this now?
I think that sometimes it is that way.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's especially in the German variety scene, you need to know people to get the attention of other people. And it sucks, but there are ways around it. And that you don't know anybody in that theater, it doesn't mean that you have no hope of getting in. Because you can always get to know people, and
Yeah.
especially artists. Like going through artists is the easiest way of knowing somebody that knows somebody.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure, like that's the easiest way. I think it's also possible to do it without knowing anybody and just having such a strong portfolio that no one can say no, and just be
Mm-hmm.
seen in the right spot in the right place. And there is that way of going around it too.
Yeah.
So I think there's many options, and
Yeah.
just
And
really depends.
you have both available now. I think
Yes,
that's the powerful thing. You actually can utilize all of your options to find which door will open for you in what way. And I think
yeah,
that's what I really see as a professional career, where you go, it's not an option of if, but the only thing that I need to figure out is how. And I have A, B, and C to try and to see what works for me. I'm gonna just ask 2 questions around the program. And then I have a juicy last question for you. So what was, or what is, you're still in there, what's your favorite part of the program? Like, you know, we have different things. We have the curriculum, we have the lifetime access, we have the live business clinics, we have the community. There's so many elements to that. What has been your favorite thing? What has given you the most?
I think it's the worksheets, which now are action sheets. And I've always loved doing tasks. I don't know, usually on paper, like tests. And doing a test where you know all the answers is the most fun. Or
Yeah.
you just know, that whatever you write there is the correct answer. So just go for it. And I don't know, I just love working. So,
That's
and
awesome.
and it's really eye-opening to have everything written down, because when you have it in your head, you think you know, but you don't actually know, because it's all just jumbled up in there. And to have it spread out on the sheets is so satisfying. And I think that most of my progress came from there.
Yeah, what Ophelia is talking about is our action sheets, which is basically like a worksheet, an action sheet. I call them action sheets because you're supposed to take action on every single step in there. And it takes you through the step-by-step process. That's just one follow-up question. What has this step-by-step process provided you with in terms of, because I know a lot of people before the program, they have like complete overwhelm. They're like, how do I do this? What did it do for you to have everything laid out in a step-by-step process?
I think it gave me confidence in what I do, oddly enough, because when I have it in my head, like things about my performance, like, the length of the show, the tricks that I do, the costume, the makeup, everything, it's like, it's there, it's the thing. But once I have it on the paper or on the computer screen, and I see it visually, it looks so good. And I know the parts that don't look good, and I know easily how to change them. And it just suddenly, it doesn't seem like I have this one product that is like simple and I just created it, but it has so many facets and so many aspects of it that can be improved or are good enough, or I can see how it's different from the others, how it's not different enough. And it's so much easier to work on a thing when it's dissected and it's not just like one blob of thought. So that's one example of working.
It goes really from just taking a creative approach to taking like almost like a scientific approach to what works and what doesn't.
It's very fun.
And
also the sheets are really giving you the steps of how to continue from the moment on that you feel like you're satisfied and you have this product that right now you can do something with. The sheets are really giving you like the next steps of like what to do with it, how to test it, and how to change it. And it's always like constantly evolving, like there is no end to it. And that is also very satisfying. It's fulfilling.
Yeah, I mean, circus career is ever evolving, I think. And it's continues to until you don't, until you finish. Okay, from my side, I have only one more question for you. If someone is watching this and they're thinking, hey, I want to do the same thing, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure if I want to pull the trigger. I'm a little bit uncertain. They may be in a similar situation like you were before. They're like trying to make it work. They're good, they have what it takes skill-wise. They even have probably an act and they have an offer and they're professional circus artists, but they're not having what they want. So they're kind of thinking, should I do this or should I not do this? What would you tell them?
Well, how much do you want to do this? Because Like in the end, like as I said, like I don't see the problem with money. Like it's just a tool. Like it doesn't matter like how much you earn or how much you spend. Like it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter how much you have, you'll always have enough for something that you want. So if you really want to succeed, why not try? Like maybe you have other courses that you want to try. Try that as well. Try everything that you can if you want to succeed. It really depends on how much passion there is for it.
Yeah.
Because if you're doubting, then it's not good enough.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ofelia. This was a beautiful conversation. And I know this is just the beginning for you. Like literally I want to see you in 3 and 5 years. I think we will not recognize you from this moment. Thank you so much, and all the freaking best for everything that you do. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, if you love this story and you want to hear more like it, make sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure you never miss one of these case studies again, because there will be plenty and plenty more of them. If you now think, hey, I'm actually ready. I'm ready to take the step to, not take things by chance anymore, but to really turn my circus career into a working, profitable business, so I can do more of the things that I actually really, really love, then it's time to apply for Selling Circus. And I would love to see if I can help you and how I can get you where you want to be faster and better and easier. So hit the link below this video, apply to Selling Circus, and then me or someone from our team will see how we can help you and how to move you forward, and if you are obviously a good fit for the program. And I see you in the next video.